And Jason Thompson here on very short notice, but was able to make it and get everything hooked up here in the press box here at Stanky Field. We are in the top of the second, no score between Miami-Dade and Coastal South. We do have our lineups thanks to the Coastal ball player that brought them up to you. We're going to get caught up as best we can. It's like number 8 is batting for Miami-Dade, but they don't have a number 8 in their lineup. So we're off to a great start. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Number 24 is Alejandro Sanchez. He's on the bump for this one. This is a doubleheader. Imagine they had rain in Bay Minette. As, of course, the ladies, the softball team, were supposed to start their season yesterday. They moved it up to yesterday. We were able to bring you game 1 of that one low and away. Like I said, working on the fly here, so let's try to get that scoreboard up there for you. So, baseball team moved their games to South Alabama. It was awfully gracious to them to do on very short notice. That is a ball outside. Short lead for the runner at first. Throw it back over and the runner's back. So, yeah, I'm sitting in my office at 12:30 this afternoon. Robert calls me and said, can you do a game at 2 today? I was like, yeah. Maybe they're a little late, and that one outside for ball 4. So Miami-Dade with 2 runners on here in the top of the second. Thankfully, traffic wasn't too terribly bad getting here. Of course, this is in the middle of town here in Mobile. Here we go. Got our lineups confused. The pitch is up for a ball. I believe this is Jendy Gonzalez, their shortstop. Apparently Miami-Dade is playing a couple other games in our part of the world over the next day or two. I believe Central Alabama and Mississippi Gulf Coast is where these guys will be. Miami-Dade wearing the gray today. Pitch is up and in. Again, the game's scheduled for 2, started a little later. Probably closer to 2:30. Ground ball through the right side, a base hit. They are going to hold the runner at third. Miami-Dade's going to have them loaded here in the second inning. Pitches ball 1 to number 5. This is Willie Mendez. He's their right fielder. Corner infielders in on the edge of the turf grass. It's an all-turf field. Stevens is your first baseman. Leggett your first baseman. Didn't write first names in their lineup, but they have it at the bottom of the page. So again, Working without a net here. That's a strike called, 1-1. Not sure if he is here, but we want to shout out to Daniel Head for, imagine he had a big hand in getting this game moved. The pitch is a chopper down the right side, foul. Fortunately, this Coastal South lineup very hard to read. The pitch is outside, ball 2. That one, a line drive off the base. That's going to be a base hit. One's going to score. They're going to send a second one around. Runner will go first to third. The ball hit the first base bag, and Miami-Dade takes the game's first lead here. It's 2-0. That one, a strike call. Chopper foul. Nice block by the catcher, keeping the runner at third base. Hit high to left field. Left fielder drifting back, still drifting back. Near the track, it gets over his head as one run's going to score. They will hold the runner at third as a long double. Left fielder battling the sun very near the, I guess, the warning track out there. And Miami-Dade adds a run. It's now 3-0. That one hit to the right side and will curl foul into the bullpen down the right side. This is David Zamora. He's the leadoff batter. He's the DH for Miami-Dade. Pitch a big swing and a miss. Tipped into the mitt. Dexter Benoit is the pitcher here for Coastal South. He wears number 24 around the diamond from left to right. From third to first will be Joseph Stevens, number 3. Derek Jalen, number 13. The pitch is a foul, tipped at the plate. Number 6, Quincy Walters is at second. And Kennedy Leggett, number 25, is at first. The outfield from left to right is Bryce Speakman, number 4. Drake McBride is number 7, and Devin Murphy is number 5. Pitch is a swing and a miss. Took something off of that for the strikeout. As Michael Petit, number 1, the center fielder, stepping in. First time ever here to Stanky Field. Very nice facility. A lot of these Division I schools have multi-levels in the press box. We're on the 3rd floor. Got to see a handful of them during our coverage of the Showcase Series, which I would imagine we'll do again this coming summer. The pitch is a strike called. Seeing Copeland, the on-deck man, number 27. Miami-Dade with the grays, with the blue numbers and letters, kind of have a little maybe LA Dodgers or KC Royals look to them. The pitch is a fisted and line drive caught by the third baseman for out number 3. So Miami-Dade plates 3 here in the top of the 2nd. Back in a moment here on JockJive.
When you're starting something new, it's never easy. You're going to make mistakes. You'll doubt yourself. But you're in a place that wants you to succeed, thrive. And soon, it will just start to feel right. Suddenly, you'll get it. Your fear will turn to confidence. First-time tasks become second nature. And what seemed impossible is right in front of your eyes. Because once the light bulb goes on, there's no turning back. You may wonder how you got here, and be glad you did. That's Coastal Alabama. This is where you'll thrive.
Back here in the bottom of the 2nd, Coastal South did leave a couple runners on in the bottom of the 1st. As Bryce Speakman will lead off, the 6th batter in their lineup. Batting from the left side. I think we're about squared away finally here in the bottom of the 2nd. Pair of 7-inning games here in Mobile. Pitch to Speakman, checks his swing. It is ball 1. So it'll be Speakman, Mason, and Jellin. Stevens will bat if any of those guys reach. 1-0 pitch is a strike call. 1-1. Pitch is a cue ball shot. It is a fair ball. The runner stopped running. It's going to be an easy 2-3. Caden Mason to the plate. That one a strike call. Pitch is popped up a mile high on the infield. Catcher's coming back to give it a look, and oh, he can't make the catch. It's just out of your field of view there. That was Santiago Corrales. He's having to backpedal into the shade for 1, make sure he doesn't crash into the net 2, and then try to find the ball. So a lot going on in that play. The pitch, low and away, ball 2. I don't know if you can see in the background, but I can see it from here. It looks like the South Alabama women's soccer team practicing. It's on the other side of the fence. I think I know a couple girls on that team from Gulf Breeze. 2-1, checks his swing. He goes around. Actually, it's going to be strike 3. 2 down here in the bottom of the second for Derek Jalen. Jelen. He wears number 13. He's wearing the whites today. Of course, thinking it was a quote-unquote home game before I got moved here to Mobile. The pitch, a swing and a miss. We encourage you to like us on Facebook. JockJive Sports is the address, as you could tell with rain and obviously the snowstorm from last week, a whole lot of rescheduling to do. Normally, Robert, I guess on Mondays, will list what is going on for the week. So be sure to follow us there. Also on X and Instagram. The pitch is low and away, 1-2. One-two pitch, swung on, hit well to right field. Right fielder drifting back, trying to find in the sun. He does for out number 3. Willie Mendez, number 5, hauling that one in. So a 1-2-3 bottom of the second for South. We'll head to the top of the third. Miami-Dade with a 3-0 lead here on JockJive.
You've started this journey by yourself, but you won't have to go it alone, because now you're a part of something, a community that wants you to succeed, thrive. Here, you'll discover found family, fellow travelers, coyotes. That's the pack. That's coastal Alabama.
Back here at Sankey Field, where Miami-Dade will bat in the top of the third. And that is a strike called. This is Cian Copeland, C-I-A-N. He's the number 3 batter in their lineup. He is their third baseman, and he hits one well to right field. Right fielder drifting back. It hits about 2/3 up the way of the fence. Missed a home run by maybe 3 feet. That's a long double for Copeland to lead off the top of the third. Not much Devin Murphy could do there. He kind of got twisted around. He's battling the sun as he throws the glove up in his face. And the ball landed about 2/3 of the way up. Fence out there in right center. So the leadoff man aboard. Thomas White will be your batter, the second baseman. The pitch is a strike call. From our vantage point, we can see both bullpens. No activity for South just yet. That one hit into center field. Center fielder on the move will make the catch. Runner cannot advance. That was McBride, Drake McBride, making that grab as Santiago Carriles, C-A-R-R-I-L-E-S. He is the catcher. Pitch is swung on and ripped foul down the right side. Pitch swung on, hit into right center. That's a base hit. Center fielder getting to it. The runner will come around third. The throw is going to come all the way in, cut off by the pitcher, and it's 4-0 Miami-Dade. As Carillas with the RBI single, plating Copeland. Matt Thorson, the first baseman, wears number 8. He'll step to the plate. In game 2 to follow, imagine somewhere around 5 o'clock. Actually, it will be a little later because the first game started late. One-oh the count. Pitch from Benoit is a ground ball, just foul down the left side. I want to give a shout out to LB Wallace Community College. They have rejoined the JockJive broadcast family. I believe Robert was over there yesterday for their season openers. So Coastal North, Coastal South, and LBW, baseball and softball, all home games you will see this season on JockJive. It's going to be a very busy month here in February with the overlap with spring sports starting and winter sports in the home stretch. So a lot going on. Again, shout out to Daniel Head with Coastal Alabama as well as LBW for their support of JockJive. That one will miss outside. Ball 2. Of course, I believe we'll also be doing the ACCC and GCAA state basketball tournaments here in about 5-6 weeks. The pitch outside, ball 3. Jendy Gonzalez, the shortstop, the on-deck man for Miami-Dade. Pitch is up, a 4-pitch walk. So Miami-Dade looking to tack on here is Jendy Gonzalez, Jendy. He wears number 14. He's their shortstop. He number 7 batter in their lineup. Almost hit him. Inside for ball 1. Pitch, a swing and a miss. Pitch is low and away, 1-1. The pitch swung on, hit into right field. Right fielder on the run. Leaping, can't make the catch. It's going to roll to the fence. Runner around third will score. The runner behind him is going to get sent in. And they will score 2. They both had to hold up to see if the ball was going to be caught. They being Carillas, who scores, and Thorson, who scores. It is now 6-0. Ball just out of reach of a diving Devin Murphy out there in right. So Miami-Dade has put up 3 in each of the last 2 innings as the left-handed hitting Willie Mendez, the right fielder, to the plate. The pitch swung on off the end of the bat. It will drop into shallow center. They will hold the runner at third base. Now we got some moving around in the Coastal South bullpen. Nobody throwing yet, but we do can see somebody stretching from here. Excuse me. Battling that sinus congestion / cough, but I do feel I'm on the back end of it. Thank God. Do a lot of coverage of high school soccer back in Gulf Breeze, which I'm sure is factoring into this. The pitch. That one hit into left field. Left fielder charging. Camping out underneath. The catch is made. The runner will not tag as the strong throw comes into the infield. That's Talon Beckford flying out to Bryce Speakman. The gentleman bringing the baseballs out there was the one that ran up the lineups, so whoever that gentleman is, appreciate it. Two down here in the third. Pitch. One hopper backhanded by the shortstop, over to second for the out. So that'll go 6-4. But Miami-Dade, for the second inning in a row, puts up a 3 spot. They lead 6-0 after 2.5 here on JockJive.
When you're starting something new, it's never easy. You're going to make mistakes. You'll doubt yourself. But you're in a place that wants you to succeed, thrive. And soon, it will just start to feel right. Suddenly, you'll get it. Your fear will turn to confidence. First-time tasks become second nature. And what seemed impossible is right in front of your eyes. Because once the light bulb goes on, there's no turning back. You may wonder how you got here, and be glad you did. That's coastal Alabama. This is where you'll thrive.
Back to the action here in the bottom of the third. This is number 3, Joseph Stevens, fouling one off to the right side. Stevens, the third baseman here in game 1. The 0-1, missing outside. 1-1. This is Brandon Oliveira, number 6, the pitcher, and he throws strike 2 to Stevens. Back to the top with Devin Murphy, followed by Quincy Walters. Pitch is a strike, 3 called on the outside corner. Missing for ball 1. And a swing and a miss. Pitch is low for ball 3. So I guess Robert is it's a day off of sorts, I think. I don't think he has a broadcast gig today. He is considerably farther away from Mobile than I am. That's why he asked me. That one is outside. He deserves a day off. Like I said, we mentioned how much activity we have going on the JockJive network. He obviously does a bulk of it as the owner. 3-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Might be 3-2, yeah. We're a good distance away from the home plate umpire to see his balls and strikes. The pitch is strike 3 called. So back-to-back strikeouts here for Oliveira, and you could see very tough for the batters right now. The edge of the press box, the shadow is just right over the box on both sides. So the batters are losing it right as it's getting to the plate. Left-handed hitting Quincy Walters to the plate. And he takes one low and inside. South Alabama, like I would imagine, a large amount of schools in the Sun Belt have turf fields. I know Louisiana Lafayette does. The pitch. Foul tipped, 1-1. Speaking of the Sun Belt, interesting story is a gentleman named Noah Britt, who I've never met in person. We were doing some Dixie Youth World Series with JockJive about a decade ago. That one fouled off. He remembered that I used to work in Pascagoula, where he's from, at the Mississippi Press, which doesn't exist anymore. He had the contract to do the radio of last year's Sun Belt Conference baseball tournament and asked me to work with him for a day, which was pretty fun. That one fouled off. Interesting story, he told me at one point last year, the Sun Belt Conference's RPI, power ranking was number 3 as far as conferences, behind the ACC, or the SEC and the ACC. So there's some awfully good ball that's being played in this conference. I'm imagining in part, maybe guys that don't get picked up by the SEC schools, either in Mississippi, Alabama, can go to like Troy or Southern Miss. I said, I see a ton of talent in this part of the world. The pitch is swung on, foul back. Interesting stat, I was bumping around on Wikipedia last year while I was at Alex Box Stadium at LSU. JockJive doing work with the Showcase Series for about 7 or 8 years now. The 6 biggest baseball stadiums that are on campus are SEC schools. That's fouled off to the left. Got me thinking, how cool would it be to go to a conference series in April in the SEC or the Sun Belt or anywhere else, because everybody is involved, maybe more so than going to minor league games where you don't know the guys. 2-2 pitch, swung on, hit high to the left side, third baseman giving chase. A lot of foul ground, he may have a play, and he does. Just out of your field of view there, unfortunately. Long run there by C.N. Copeland. Getting a lot of foul ground. Actually, let's pan over before we go to break. See there, you got a lot of foul ground down the left side there. You see the bullpen in the background, and same on this side. So Copeland was able to make a catch there in foul ground for out number 3. 3 innings in the books, 6-0 Miami-Dade here on JockJive.
You've started this journey by yourself, but you won't have to go it alone. Because now you're a part of something, a community that wants you to succeed, thrive. Here, you'll discover found family, fellow travelers, coyotes. That's the pack. That's coastal Alabama.
Home plate umpire motioning up to us. We have a new starting pitcher. So Benoit goes 3 innings. Looks like number 20 is Spencer Nicholas, freshman. hails from Northport, Alabama, Tuscaloosa County High School. So he'll be called on to try to keep this one from getting way out of hand. Again, Miami-Dade with 3 in the second, 3 in the third. They lead 6-0. So the number 2 batter is Michael Petit, number 1. He's the center fielder. And he pops one up. First baseman drifting into shallow. Oh, and it blows back into fair territory. It's an infield hit. Oh, my goodness. Like I said, the first baseman, Leggett, was about 5 feet into foul ground. I guess overran it. Second base came over. You can see the shadows directly behind him, and there's not a lot of cloud cover. So it is hard to see out there. Pitch is a strike called to Cian Copeland, the third baseman. Thomas White, the on-deck man for Miami-Dade. Pitch from Nicholas is a ball. 1-1. The pitch, swing and a miss, 1-2. Pitch is low and away. Ball 2. Two pitch, swung on, hit well to left center. Left field on the run, center field on the run, and the left fielder will haul it in. Long run there for Bryce Speakman for out number 1. Brings in Thomas White, lined out to center his first time. Nicholas, lefty pitcher. The pitch is outside, ball 1. The pitch is low, ball 2. I believe that's the Mitchell Center where the Jaguar basketball teams play on the other side of the soccer field, which is between us and the Mitchell Center. I would imagine the Hancock Whitney Stadium is somewhere close by. Beautiful campus here at South. That is strike 1 called. That one is foul tipped. Nice grab there by somebody in the Coastal South bullpen. Count now 3-2. The pitch, that one roped into shallow right center over the second baseman for a base hit. So Thomas White reaches. Petit to second here for Santiago Carriles, who hit an RBI single and scored in their 3-run third. pitch. Line drive. It's going to be caught by the second baseman, and they're going to get a double play. Great work by the second baseman. Walters went diving to his left, made the catch from his knees, doubled a man off at second. Nice work there. So Miami-Dade will leave a runner on. We're halfway home in game one of our doubleheader. It is all Miami-Dade. They lead 6-0 here on JockJive.
We are the Pack. We are Coyotes. We are Coastal Alabama. This is where you'll thrive.
Brandon Oliveira still on the bump here for Miami-Dade, working on a shutout through the first 3 innings. He will face the 3rd, 4th, and 5th batters in Coastal South's lineup in McBride, Cunningham, and Leggett. We do see a couple of Miami-Dade guys just stretching and just soft tossing in the bullpen. Nobody really throwing in the Coastal South bullpen at the moment. The pitch is a ball low. One-0 pitch. He's taking for strike one. The 1-1. One hops to the catcher. 0-2. See that the shadow's moving away from the batter's box. Lefty box still in a little bit of shadow. The pitch is another one hopper, 3-1. So this is going to be quite the adventure for anybody on the right side, second base, first base, right field, the way this field is configured. Pitch, a swing and a miss. Count now 3-2. Again, Drake McBride, Silas Cunningham, Kennedy Leggett. The 3 batters here for South here in the 4th. Payoff pitch, swing, and a miss for strike 3. Brings in Silas Cunningham. He's the DH. And he'll bat from the left side. Pitch low for ball 1. Can't see it. We'll pan down a little bit. You can see the Jags right behind home plate. That one in there now, 1-1. Nice day here in Mobile. I had to take off the hoodie before we started the broadcast today. That one missing outside. course, the hoodie and the short sleeve shirt really all I had when I left the office today to say, hey, can you come to Mobile? I'm like, all right, pitch. Swung on, hit high to the left side and out of play. I believe we passed the softball field here at South on our way here to Stanky Field. Just a couple hundred yards, I guess, to the right of us. The 2-1. Fouled off into his own dugout. Careful over there, Coach Pruitt. About took him out over there. J.D. Pruitt, the head coach, believe he's in his second year at South. 2-1 pitch, hit high to the left side. Left fielder with a long run, loses the hat, but has enough room to make the play. Talon Beckford hauling that one in for the second out of the inning. Kennedy Leggett is number 25, the first baseman. Say a couple dozen folks from Bay Minette making the trip over here. Strike one. It's not often junior college gets to play at a Division I stadium. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike two. So I imagine with the late start to this one, they're going to have to turn the lights on here before the night is out. Pitch. Swing and a miss. He lets out a yell as Oliveira lets it fly. A 3-up, 3-down. Bottom of the fourth, 4 innings in the books. It is a 6-0 lead for Miami-Dade here on JockJive.
There once was a young coyote.
You're fired.
He found himself ill-suited for the jobs of the world. He struggled to compete in the corporate environment.
Yeah, this isn't working out.
And failed at the simplest of tasks.
I think I'm gonna have to let you go.
No matter how hard he tried, his coyote hands were just not meant for regular jobs.
That guy is fired.
Until one day, when he was hired for the perfect job. To become a mascot. And then he found the place where he could thrive. Find the place where you thrive at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Back here at Stanky Field in a late change. As I guess rain that came through the Bay Minette area earlier. Shout out to the folks here at South for letting the Yotes play here today. The pitch is outside. Ball one to Matt Thorson, who walked his first time. Ground ball to the left side. Long run for the second baseman. He's got it over in time for the out. Another nice defensive play there by Walters over at second base, who's about 5 feet into the outfield. Before throwing that one over for the 4-3. This is Jendi Gonzalez, who doubled his last time. And a foul off, 0-1. I was noticing on the electronic scoreboard here at Stanky Field, guess the pitch swung on. Hit high to the right side. Right field is going to have enough room. Yes, right on the line to make the catch for out number 2. I was mentioning that they have something that keeps track of the revolutions per minute on the pitch. Of course, the miles per hour. All those, I guess, sabermetrics, as they call it, analytics that coaches like. Out number 2 here. He gets the bunt down, does number 5, but the bare hand by the pitcher over to first. Got him! Good hustle there by the pitcher. Nicholas on the 1-3 putout. So a 1-2-3 top of the 5th. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th when we get back at 6-0 Miami-Dade here on JockJive.
You've started this journey by yourself, but you won't have to go it alone, because now you're a part of something, a community that wants you to succeed, thrive. Here, you'll discover found family, fellow travelers, coyotes. That's the pack. That's coastal Alabama.
Back here in the bottom of the 5th, as number 4, Speakman, tied up there. It'll be Speakman, Mason, Jellin, the 6, 7, 8 spots here for South. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. Oliveira has been in control in this one with his powder blue glove. The pitch, low. I remember it might have been Pedro Guerrero back in the day when he was with the Dodgers. If he had a powder blue glove, I know there's been some others. Pitch, swing and a miss. It is caught for strike 3. Caden Mason struck out his last time. He'll walk to the plate. And he's hit by a pitch. So Mason reaches the painful way. Pitch is hit into center field. Center fielder took about a step back and a couple steps in, makes the catch. Michael Petit out there for out number 2. Pitch up and in, ball one. It's Joseph Stevens, the third baseman. He struck out his last time. Back to first, and they got him. They picked him off. So Stevens will lead off the bottom of the sixth. Gone through 5. It's a 6-0 lead for Miami-Dade here on JockJive.
We are the Pack. We are Coyotes. We are Coastal Alabama. This is where you'll thrive.
Spencer Nicholas still out there for South. Leaves us about his third inning of work. Talon Beckford leading off. He flew out to the left his first time. The pitch. Showing bunt, pulling it back. It's in there for a strike. In game 2, probably be about 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one. Pitch, ground ball, shortstop, stays down on it. Nicely across in time for the out. Some good glove work there by Derek Jellin at short. Back to the top of the lineup, David Zamora batting from the right side, and he fouls one off as the on-deck man, Petit, dances out of the way. Pitch. Missing outside, 1-1. 76 miles an hour on the stadium clock. The 1-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 86 on that. That pitch missing the inside corner now, 2-2. Pitch is up and away. Count now full at 3-2. Three-two pitch is going to miss inside for a ball 4. Zamora drawing the free pass. Michael Petit beat out an infield single his last time. He'll step in. Throw to first and back just in time. It's like a two-man crew here for these games here in Mobile. Pitch low and away. Three in the second, 3 in the third. That is held up here for Miami-Dade. They lead 6-0 here in the top of the 6th. The pitch is outside. It gets away from the catcher. That should be a wild pitch, I believe. Zamora now at second. Pitch is low, all 3. That one missing outside for ball 4. So 2 men on now. Seeing Copeland with a double and a run scored. He's also flown out. No activity in the Coastal South bullpen. The pitch is blowing away, ball 1. Thomas White, the on-deck man for Miami-Dade. The pitch is outside, ball 2. The pitch is a ball, ball 3. I believe the mercy rule after the 5th inning is 8. So Miami-Dade flirting with it here as they foul it off. It's now 3-1. Again, 6-0. Miami-Dade leading here in game 1 of our doubleheader. Here from Stanky Field on the campus of South Alabama. The pitch is fouled off to the left. Nice gentle breeze blowing through the press box here. Which is a lot nicer than what we had about a week and a half ago. My goodness. A snowstorm for the ages for us. Enzo. E-N-Z-O, the name. Pitch is popped up. Left side. Left fielder backpedaling, but the shortstop will call him off and make the play. Two down now for Thomas White, who has lined out. He is also singled. The throw, the runners are off, and they will steal second and third. Zamora now at third, Petit now at second. Pitch low and away. The pitch to White. Checks his swing, but it is strike 1. Santiago Carriles, the on-deck man. Still has the shin guards on. Obviously, he'll have to shed him when he comes to the plate. If he comes to the plate this inning. The pitch is low and away, ball 2. The 2-1 pitch. Actually, strike 3 called as Nicholas lets out a yell as he gets out of the jam. Head to the bottom of the 6th. Miami-Dade still leads 6-0 here on JockJive.
You've started this journey by yourself, but you won't have to go it alone. Because now you're a part of something, a community that wants you to succeed, thrive. Here, you'll discover found family, fellow travelers, coyotes. That's the pack. That's coastal Alabama.
Looks like we have a new pitcher for Miami-Dade. I believe it's Gabriel Cruz, number 11. Takes over for Brandon Oliveira, who pitched to Jim in 5 innings, 5 shutout innings. We'll go 9-1-2 here in Stevens, Murphy, and Walters. Stevens struck out his last time. Missing low for ball 1. Ball 2 low. Chopper, shortstop, long run. He's got it. Gets rid of it quickly for the 6-3 put out. Some good glove work there by Jindy Gonzalez. Pitch is a strike. In the inside corner to Devin Murphy, who struck out his last time. Pitch a swing and a miss, now 0-2. Pitch is strike, 3 called. Two down here in the 6th. That one hit high to center field. Center field a couple steps to his right, and he'll put it away. For out number 3, that's Michael Petit. We head to the top of the 7th. It's 6-0 Miami-Dade here on JockJive.
You've started this journey by yourself, but you won't have to go it alone. Because now you're a part of something. A community that wants you to succeed, thrive. Here, you'll discover found family, fellow travelers, Coyotes. That's the Pack. That's Coastal Alabama.
In between games, we'll have the most recent episode of JUCO Rush that Robert Williamson is a part of. I believe junior college football, the subject matter. Of course, not too far from Mississippi, where I contend that's pretty much the SEC, or I guess nowadays the Big Ten of junior college football. That's some serious football that gets played next door to us. I believe it's about 30 minutes in length, so by the time it's over, we'll be here ready for game 2. It's like Ellington Hodge from Atlanta, Georgia, the new pitcher here for Coastal South. He wears number 22. So I guess this makes his junior college debut. And looks like we have us no, it's not. It's I almost said a pinch hitter, but Santiago Carrile is the batter, number 3, to lead off the 7th, and he takes ball 1. The pitch hit high on the infield. Pitcher's calling everybody off, but the third baseman says, I'll take it, and he does for the out. As Stevens comes in to make the play. I imagine if Coach Pruitt had his way, he said, I'm fine with that, having the third baseman instead of the pitcher trying to make a play for out number 1. Matt Thorson, number 8. Walk and a run scored, is also grounded out, and he takes strike 1. Well, thinking that our second game might get started at 5. The pitch checks his swing. Does he go around? They do not ask. It's 1-1. Actually, they do, and our base umpire says no, he did not. It's like 25-32 revolutions per minute. That sounds like a lot. Just off the plate, ball 2. Missing low and inside for ball 3. Pitches a ground ball. Past the diving third baseman, but the backhand by the shortstop, and a good strong throw. Nicely done there by Jalen. As Stevens laid out, could not make the play. But the shortstop backs him up. 2 down here in the top of the 7th. The pitch upstairs, ball 1. Low for ball 2. The 2-0 pitch is, does he check his swing? It looks like he did. They're going to check down. Oh, and they said he went around. 2-1 now. Shadows continue to creep across the infield. The pitch missing up for ball 3, so I guess that means with the way this field is configured, we're going to be in sun for a few more hours as it goes right across the infield. 3-1 pitch is strike 2 called. The payoff pitch by Hodge is strike 3. Swing and a miss. So a 3-up, 3-down for Hodge. So go to the bottom of the 7th. South with a lot of work to do as they trail 6-0 here on JockJive.
When you're starting something new, it's never easy. You're going to make mistakes. You'll doubt yourself. But you're in a place that wants you to succeed, thrive. And soon, it will just start to feel right. Suddenly, you'll get it. Your fear will turn to confidence. First-time tasks become second nature. And what seemed impossible is right in front of your eyes. Because once the light bulb goes on, there's no turning back. You may wonder how you got here, and be glad you did. That's coastal Alabama. This is where you'll thrive.
Back here at Stanky Field here on the campus of the University of South Alabama, where Coastal South is down to its last 3 outs here in Game 1. Drake McBride, Silas Cunningham, Kennedy Leggett. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 in their lineup, and that one is ball 1. Pitch is a ground ball. Third baseman has it. 1-1 hopper across the diamond in plenty of time. 5-3, 1 down here in the 7th. That was Copeland on the throw across the diamond to Thorson. Silas Cunningham, he flew out to left his last time. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Lights are already on here at Stanky Field. That one outside, ball 1. Missing for ball 2. Looks like they have 2 down either line. One in left center, one in right center. And that one ripped into right field. That's a base hit. So Cunningham with the 1-out single. Here in the 7th, we'll bring up Kennedy Leggett, who struck out his last time. There's one just in foul ground on the right field line. That's, oh, I was about to say it's not on because it's actually pointed to the soccer field. The pitch. Low for ball 1 at 89. Checks his swing, but does he go around? He does not. Miami-Dade's bench can't believe it. Count now 2-0. Pitch swung on, foul back, 2-1. .90 on that last one by, I believe this is still Gabriel Cruz, number 11, as Leggett calls time. Throw back to first, runner back. The pitch missing inside, ball 3. That one hit well to left center. And left fielder's going to look and watch it ride. It's a 2-run homer. As Kennedy Leggett will touch them all. Looked like he had something to say to the Miami-Dade bench as he rounded first base. And it's 6-2. So the shutout by the boards is Bryce Speakman to the plate. Speakman singled his last time, and he looked like he squared around a bunt, let it ride, and it's in there for strike 1. Another one at 90. Missing 1-1. Swing and a miss, now 1-2. Missing outside, now 2-2. Missing low and in, ball 3. And a swing and a miss. And he'll have to throw down for out number 2. It'll be up to Caden Mason to extend the game. Pitch, a swing and a miss, 0-1. Miami-Dade's got some activity in their bullpen. For all I know, that could be for the second game. Some guys moving around, flinging baseballs around, nobody throwing yet. 1-1 the count here to Caden Mason. And he lets one ride, ball 2. The pitch missing low for ball 3. Pitch is ball 4. So Mason aboard for the second straight time. Derek Jalen to the plate. He flew out to centers last time. And we'll have a conference on the mound. Pitch to Jalen is low for ball 1. Jalen flew out to centers last time. The pitch, a swing and a miss, 1-1. Pitch, a swing and a miss, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Yotes down to their final strike here in game 1. And the pitch from Cruz is a swing and a miss for strike 3. And it looks like they're going out for an 8th inning. Be back here on JockJive.
You've started this journey by yourself, but you won't have to go it alone, because now you're a part of something, a community that wants you to succeed, thrive. Here, you'll discover found family, fellow travelers, coyotes. That's the pack. That's coastal Alabama.
I think there was some more jawing going on out there when Leggett went out there to field at first base, and now you see the 2 managers having a conversation with the umpire. So I guess maybe we're playing a 9 and a 7 today. Because this is the top of the 8th. It's number 5, Willie Mendez, leading off the top of the 8th inning. 6-2 now our score after the 2-run homer from Leggett in the bottom of the 7th. Pitch hit high to the right side. First baseman giving it a run, but will run out of room. Still Ellington Hodge on the mound here for South. Missing low for ball 1. Pitch a swing and a miss. 1-2. Pitch is outside, ball 2. Missing low, ball 3. The 3-2 pitch. Hit high to the right side. First baseman deep into foul territory. Backpedaling will make the catch. One down now for Talon Beckford. Pitch in there for a strike. The pitch swung on into left field, a base hit. As Beckford singles. Back to the top here, David Zamora. He walked his last time. Back to first and the runner back. One missing inside. Michael Petit, the on deck man. There is some activity down in the Coastal South bullpen. Pitch is low. Catcher can't find it. And a wild pitch. Two and 0 the count. Pitch low and away, ball 3. Nice job by the catcher. Mason keep that from getting behind him. Pitch is shot through the 5-6 hole, a base hit. They will send the runner around. The throw from the left fielder will come all the way to the plate to be safe. As Beckford scores on the single by Zamora to make it 7-2. Michael Petit batting from the left side. And that one fouled off. Pitch is a strike called, 0-2. Back to first and the runner back. The pitch is hit well down the left side, but it is hooking foul into the Coastal South bullpen. The 0-2, ground ball. Third baseman diving, knocks it down, but it's going to be an infield hit. Two on here in the top of the 8th for Cian Copeland, who doubled and scored. He's also flown out and popped out. Again, 7-2 Miami-Dade on top. Game 1 of our doubleheader. Pitch is a strike called, 0-1. The pitch missing upstairs, 1-1. The pitch missing outside, ball 2. Zamora to the runner at second, Petit at first. The pitch is outside, ball 3. The shadows again start to cover the infield for real now, as we're getting close to sunset here at 4:30. The 3-1 pitch hit high on the infield. Left field coming over. Is he going to have enough room? Yes. Good work there by Stevens, hauling that one in. Just a step from going into the steps of the dugout. Two down now for Thomas White, who struck out his last time. The pitch low and away, 1-0. They'll throw down to second and almost get him. But Zamora gets back. Relays will bat if the inning continues. Pitch missing outside, ball 2. The 2-0 from Hodge is hit high to the left, but that's going to get out of play. 2-1. 2 on, 2 out here in the top of the 8th. Miami-Dade adding to its lead. Now it's 7-2. The pitch is a chopper foul to the left. Again, 3 in the second, 3 in the third. Another tally here in the 8th for Miami-Dade as they lead 7-2. The 2-2 from number 22 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. Head to the bottom of the 8th, 7-2 here on JockJive.
When you're starting something new, it's never easy. You're going to make mistakes. You'll doubt yourself. But you're in a place that wants you to succeed, thrive. And soon, it will just start to feel right. Suddenly, you'll get it. Your fear will turn to confidence. First-time tasks become second nature. And what seemed impossible is right in front of your eyes. Because once the light bulb goes on, there's no turning. You may wonder how you got here, and be glad you did. That's coastal Alabama. This is where you'll thrive.
Head to the bottom of the 8th here at Stanky Field. South down 7-2. And a strike 1 to Joseph Stevens. The pitch. Ground ball, shortstop, gets around it. Plenty of time as he fires across for the out. Devin Murphy to the plate. He has struck out twice. Cruz's pitch to Murphy is low for ball 1. It's about 3 innings of relief here for Cruz, who also has the powder blue glove. Tries to check his swing, but he goes around. 1-1. Catcher was asking for help. The home plate umpire had already made the call. The 1-1 pitch is strike 2 called. Pitch, ground ball. Third baseman in foul ground will throw across. Pitcher gets down. It's a good strong throw there for the 5-3. Copeland to Thorson. Quincy Walters has popped out and flown out. He'll step in here with 2 outs, and he fouls one back. inning continues Drake McBride, the scheduled batter. And went up and away, 1-1. The pitch swung on, fouled back. Now a ball and 2 strikes. The pitch swung on, ground ball, shortstop down on it. Long throw across, plenty of time for the 6-3. So a 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of the 8th. We head to the top of the 9th. It is a 7-2 lead for Miami-Dade here on JockJive.
We are the Pack. We are Coyotes. We are Coastal Alabama. This is where you'll thrive.
Head to the top of the 9th, where it looks like we have a new pitcher for South, Trevor Ferris from Franklin, Tennessee. Pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. Creles, Thorson, Gonzalez, the scheduled batters here for Miami-Dade. The pitch is low, 1-1. Pitch in there for a strike, 1-2. One-two pitch, hit down the right side, could be trouble, but it slices foul into the Miami-Dade dugout where one of the players tried to barehand it. That's not good. Pitch is low and away, 2-2. The 2-2. That one hit well to left field. Left fielder running back, and makes the catch. Good hustle there by Speakman. One down here in the 9th for Matt Thorson, who has walked, scored, and grounded out twice. And the pitch is outside for ball one. One zero. Swing and a miss. Big cut there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kendi Gonzalez, the on-deck man. The pitch is a strike call. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. The pitch, he checks the swing, but it is strike 1. That one missing the inside corner, 1-1. Willie Mendez, the scheduled batter, if the inning continues. The pitch is a strike called, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. So a 1-2-3. Top of the 9th for Ferris. South down to its final 3 outs here in game 1. We'll have them for you when we get back on JockJive.
When you're starting something new, it's never easy. You're going to make mistakes. You'll doubt yourself. But you're in a place that wants you to succeed, thrive. And soon, it will just start to feel right. Suddenly, you'll get it. Your fear will turn to confidence. First-time tasks become second nature. And what seemed impossible is right in front of your eyes. Because once the light bulb goes on, there's no turning back. You may wonder how you got here, and be glad you did. That's Coastal Alabama. This is where you'll thrive.
Drake McBride's going to lead off the bottom of the 9th for South, followed by Silas Cunningham, Kennedy Leggett. Leggett's 2-run homer, the only run so far here for South. They trail 7-2 here in the 9th. That one is a strike call. Pitch is chopped at the plate. 0-2. Looks like we also have a new pitcher here for Miami-Dade. Up and in, ball one. I believe it's 43, Jafred Furman, or Fermin. The 1-2 pitch is low. It'll even it at 2-2. Pitch is just off the plate, 3-2. And that one low and away, ball four. Leadoff walk here in the ninth. Bring up Silas Cunningham, who singled his last time. Fermin comes set, and his pitch is hit high to left field. Left fielder on the run, going back, and makes the catch right at the track. Long run for Talon Beckford. I think he thought he was closer to the fence. He made a leaping catch, probably about 8 feet from the fence. I'm imagining if you're an outfielder, if you're backpedaling, even though if it is turf, you know, you'll be able to discern when it changes texture. So you know you're going to get up against the fence as Leggett takes a ball. Hit the 2-run homer. Back in the 7th. And a swing and a miss, 1-1. The 1-1, missing low for ball two. Again, we'll show you the most recent episode of JUCO Rush that Robert Williamson was a part of. Talking junior college football nationwide. The pitch is a ground ball. Long run for the shortstop. He has it. He'll tag second over to first. Oh, and they can't scoop it out. He's going to try for second. So that'll be a fielder's choice. And I believe in E6. So 2 down here in the ninth. South down to its last out. Left-handed hitting Bryce Speakman to the plate. And the pitch is hit well to center field. Center field on the run, and will make the catch to end the ball game. That is Michael Petit with the long run. So that'll do it here for game number 1, Miami-Dade. The winner 7-2. So we will go ahead and show you episode of JUCO Rush here on JockJive.
I might have to let it drop. Let it drop. Let it drop. Let it drop. Let it drop.
And welcome into the JUCO Rush. I'm Mike Fraser of JUCO Weekly. He's Robert Williamson. Robert, how was it down there, man? Snow, first time in probably once in a lifetime experience for you to get that much snow.
Oh, yeah. 93, I think, was the last year that we had snow that stuck. And this has been a record amount of snow. I've heard Snowmageddon. I've heard Snowcopolis, I think. Heck, 8 inches here, 10 inches down in Florida.
Yeah, I think New Orleans set a record, man. That was something, man. Man,
Eat your heart out, Chicago.
How about it, man? You guys, who would have thought you guys would pile up the totals? I mean, you're blowing us away. I mean, we're at 2 inches for the year again. So, yeah, hey, it's all yours, big fella. Have at it.
We're ready to give it back. But, hey, we got more important things to talk about. We got some, despite the fact it's the off season, it doesn't feel like the off season.
No, this is the money season, man. This is where it's at. You know, guys signing, guys committing, guys making decisions, you know, on where to go. Of course, the first Wednesday in February is signing day. That's coming up here pretty quick. You know, you look at some of the guys. Let's take it. The guy you covered, Keenan Phillips, down there at Georgia Military. I mean, man, the portal. A couple of guys, a couple of running backs from South Alabama, Braylon McReynolds and Demarion Bothwell. They went into the transfer portal. That means South Alabama needed running backs. In slides Keenan Phillips from Georgia Military. He is signed, sealed, and delivered. He's enrolled at South Alabama, so he's taking courses. Maurice Edwards at Lackawanna, another talented running back. Here's a guy, not signed, but he's committed to South Alabama as well. There you see the portal opening it up. A couple of JUCO guys able to slide in there, and then that's what South Alabama did.
And I know where Georgia Military is concerned, they're delighted that Keenan has signed, but I got a feeling they would kind of like to have him back, though. He was a redshirt freshman, had another year of eligibility at the junior college level, but he's going to go not too far down the road to Mobile and play for Major Applewhite, if that name rings a bell, longtime Texas QB.
Look, and what a talented guy Phillips was, one of the top 5 running backs in the country. In the NJCAA. I mean, was it UAB, Middle Tennessee State, Western Kentucky, Eastern Michigan, UL Monroe, all offered him, and he chose to go to South Alabama. They're in the middle of building a brand new athletic facility / stadium there. That's in the making. They've been going after that now for a couple of years. So good for Keenan, man. That's a quality running back that went to South Alabama. You know, another big splash. How about Bryce Vinery over at Butler? Man, Dylan Dunn, that quarterback, signed and heads to Butler.
Man, and maybe I'm hoping that this is kind of a sign of things to come, where you get some marquee names into the junior college level before they begin their playing career. You know, we see marquee names after the fact typically, but maybe before. And Hunter Decker, though I know different circumstances, obviously fared extremely well at the junior college level, got the attention of footballers beyond JUCO. Maybe these guys like Dylan Dunn thinking the same thing.
Well, look, he's a BYU guy, quality football player, comes from the state of Kansas. There's a great example of the new JUCO law rule where a guy now Dylan can come down, play. His plan is to play 1 year at Butler, take those numbers and that success and parlay that into an FBS school and maybe one that he wants to go to as opposed to what was just offered this time.
So it is going to be interesting. Most yardage by a QB at the JUCO level in a single season. Bo Wallace at East Mississippi, about 4,500 yards. Can Dylan Dunn do it? Well, I guess if anybody can, he can.
Yeah, so that's a big catch for Bryce at Butler, no doubt about it, for him to go there. So, you know, a lot more of that to come. Anxious to see. I know you're looking at, you know, where some of these guys going to go. We'll take a look at that in our undecided graphic. And, hey, let's dive into it. Let's go into the defensive guys and look at some of these guys that have signed and to continue their career. And I guess we're going, defensive lineman first? Is that where we're going, guys? Yeah, there it is. Okay. You know, you look at a bunch of guys on that list. My guy, Xavier Hardy. You look at that list right there, East Mississippi. A lot of quality guys on there. Don't get me wrong. But, 6'6", 280. He's got the size and strength to play anywhere on the defensive front. Boy, that's a football player. Him, and you see for Jones, Kelton Mickle, another one. And these guys are borderline 4-star guys. Depending on where you look, I think Rivals has Hardy at a 4-star guy, 2.47, 3.5 stars maybe. These guys are 4-star guys. Mickle, look at it, signed was he 6'2", 295. He's going to TCU, was the number 1 JUCO prospect according to Rivals. So those are 2 of the guys standing out on that list for me.
I'm going to shine the spotlight on anybody that becomes a Camel. And that is what Justin Garza from Blinn has done. He's gone to Campbell to play for the Camels, and they got a heck of a player in Justin Garza. This is a fellow who had 19 and a half tackles for a loss during the course of the regular season at Blinn, a couple of forced fumbles, broke up passes. He is a legitimate D1 guy and is headed to Camel to become a Camel.
Then you look at the defensive backs, that list there. You take a look at some of those guys. There's my guy, Jaden Lawton. That's the guy I want to look at, 6'2", 175. Back in December of 23, he decommits from San Jose State, goes to JUCO route, parlays that into a hard commit to the University of Houston.
And the guy that I want to bring up is not on this graphic. You know why? Because he was a QB at junior college, and that is Chip Cooper. Chip Cooper has signed to play as a DB at Georgia State. So that will be interesting to see how the Georgia Military College Bulldog fares.
Look, I'm happy for Chip. He can now dish out some of the punishment that he took in that Hutch game. I mean, what a tough customer. I mean, he got hammered quite a bit by that front at Hutchinson, and he kept getting up, and now he's a DB. So go get him, Chip. I mean, man. Let's go linebackers here. Boy, you look at that list, boy, a bunch of guys that jump out. Ishmael Conte and Jawarren Corbin. We had Jawarren on the JUCO rush a while back. Robert, those are 2 quality guys in my book right there on that list of linebackers.
And also got to mention Montrell Chapman, Mississippi Gulf Coast. He is signed with Mississippi State, which also got LaKendrick James out of Colin. So Mississippi State has fared extremely well in picking up some linebackers from MACCC schools. I got to get used to that extra C on there.
It'll always be the Mac Jack for me. It'll always be the MACJC, the Mac Jack.
Yep.
That is the branding that the Mac. I mean, now they're the MACCC. So yeah, that's what they are now. So, hey, speaking of linebackers, Will Cornelson, JUCO Weekly Trophy finalist. He signed, as you see there. He's moving on to Idaho. He sat down with the JUCO rush. Will Cornelson now joins us on his way to Idaho as he signed to play football for the Vandals. He joins us. Will, first of all, the process. What sold you on Idaho? Who recruited you? Who was the wild card that brought you over the finish line to go to school out there?
So it's a big culture shock, other side of the country. I got a call. I was on my way to training one day, and Coach Dennison, he's the defensive coordinator here. He shot me a call, and I mean it just felt right. I've been praying on it, and everything he was about, everything he was saying, I agreed with. I liked the program. I liked what the program was about. I looked into the program before they offered me, when they were recruiting me, and it felt like the right fit. And ever since I've been here, I've just proven myself right.
Will, you may not know this, but it snows a lot in Idaho. And I know down in Texas, the weather is pretty much football, compatible. Idaho, not so much. So did that play any role? Did that put any hesitation on going to Idaho?
To be completely honest, no. I'm so sick of that humid heat, and it's sometimes you actually got to shovel snow out of that. We have an outside facility and an indoor as well, but sometimes I see guys out there shoveling snow for like a little 10, 15 yard, like square yard place to get some like foot drills in or something. So I'm it's a culture shock, but I actually really like it. It's.
Have you had an opportunity to reflect back on a career at Tyler? I know that you go through the 2 years at Tyler, and then you've got this process of signing and getting to a new 4-year school. But have you actually had a chance to sit back and reflect on what a great career you had and a great year you had at Tyler?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. I mean, I reflect all the time. Going JUCO, starting out at Texas State, and then having to take the JUCO route. It was a lot of adversity, and whenever I look back on that, it's all that adversity. It really turned me into the man that I am. I'd say I came out a lot stronger. I came out a lot better. I'm a better football player. I'm a better man. Thanks. I had really good mentors out there. Coach Jacobson, Coach Bear. I had really good brothers out there, and it was that process. Reflecting on that, it's nothing short of a blessing. So I'm very grateful that happened to me.
Will, where do the Vandals expect you to play on the field, and what about playing time? What have they told you?
So right now they have me at Mike linebacker, so I'll be playing pretty much the same position that I was playing at TJC, which that was also a big thing for me as well. I was only really recruited to play Mike, but they want me there, which I'm obviously I'm very happy about. Playing time wise, it's college football, so it's any man's game. Best man plays. So I'm not expecting anything out of the staff. I'm just going to show up spring ball ready to prove myself and show what I can do. So right now, my journey right now, my last head coach, he liked a bigger frame Mike. I'm cutting down probably like 5 to 8 pounds, try and get in that like 225, 226, 227 range. That's just to increase speed. That's kind of my goal right now, athletically, to get ready for spring ball. I'm getting in, obviously extra work all the time, whenever I can, whenever I'm not in class. It's a grind 24/7. So it's a new defense, it's a new DC. So the installation, it's going to be a little funky getting into it. The coaches have to learn the players and learn what they want to run with this defense. So, it's been a slow progression learning the defense, but once coaches get back from the road recruiting, then I think that'll start to pick up a lot more.
Will, you are always thinking ahead, even though you were in the present, you're thinking about the future. High school, you're thinking about college. JUCO, you're thinking about a 4-year institution. Now in Idaho, are you thinking ahead beyond the University of Idaho football-wise?
Absolutely, 100%. I fully expect myself to play on Sundays, without a doubt. I mean, that's been my goal since I was a little kid, and those aspirations are absolutely still alive. And every year I've just been one step closer to that. So I'm just going to keep praying on it and keep controlling the controllables.
You look at where you're going and playing the mic. What about on that roster? How deep is that roster from a linebacker position? Have you gotten to know any of the guys so far?
Yes, sir, absolutely. So there's a couple guys that I know are good. It's obviously I'm really the only upperclassman that was recruited here. They brought a stud freshman linebacker in. His name's Martin Ryan, early enrollee. He'll be at the will. But I mean, as far as the mic position goes, like I said, there's always going to be ballers at a program. So I'm not going to take that lightly. I'm just going to go into spring with my head down, working my butt off.
Hitting a couple other schools close prior to committing and signing with Idaho. SEMO was one of them. Who finished second in your recruiting journey?
Second, that's really honestly hard to say. I mean, I had a lot of opportunities come up pretty late that I just didn't want to pull the trigger on, after I committed. And I kind of told myself once I committed, I'm going there. I'm not looking back. So there were some like FBS opportunities like that came real late. There were some schools that wanted to come in like last second, how recruiting goes. But I was really locked in with Coach Dennison. I liked what he was about. I liked what Coach Ford was about, and it was an easy decision for me. So I can't say I have an answer for you on that. There was no number two. It was just Idaho.
Being a JUCO Weekly Trophy finalist, I think that puts you over the top at Idaho, man. They saw that and said, we got to get this guy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, Will, congratulations, by the way, on being the number 3 guy, or one of the top 3 where the JUCO Weekly Trophy is concerned, the number 1 defensive guy. It's been a great year. We expect no less at the University of Idaho, and I'll concur. I'm looking forward to watching you play on Sundays in about, maybe 3 years or so.
Hopefully 1 or 2. That's the goal. But yes, sir. Hopefully 1 or 2.
Will, you're a good man. We appreciate your accessibility. We look forward to staying in touch with you. Thanks for jumping on the JUCO Rush, my man.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Well, we're back, folks, thinking there was going to be a second game. I guess the reason they played a 9-inning game because that was the only one they're going to play today. You see the South Alabama Jaguars, I guess, ready to have a practice. So I guess it's one and done today here from Stanky Field. Again, your final score. Miami-Dade beating Coastal South 7-2. Again, a reminder, please like us on Facebook so you can keep updated on all of our future broadcasts, which there's going to be a lot of over the next 4 to 6 weeks between the overlap with basketball and baseball and softball now underway. So on behalf of the boss, Mr. Robert Williamson, Jason Thompson calling it a day from Mobile, where again Miami-Dade winning 7-2 over Coastal South. Jason Thompson wishing you a pleasant evening.